Let me give you a tour of the universal testing machine. So the various parts. I turn it on over here on the side. Pardon all this junk that's on the tabletop here. A box of goggles. The box where the extensometer is kept, but I've already taken it out. Some miscellaneous junk. So computer screen. The blue box is called the controller. Keyboard. These wheels here don't do anything anymore, but back in the olden days, before this machine was computer controlled, this was the unload wheel, this was the load wheel. The start and the stop don't work anymore. These control the crosshead, raise and lower the crosshead. So what's the crosshead? This part right here is the crosshead. This is the top of the frame. Let me step back a little bit so you can see the whole thing. Maybe this is a better view. So down here on the bottom we have the loading deck. Loading deck, I don't know why this scissors is here. Okay, so loading deck down here. This is the crosshead. This is the top of the frame. This is hydraulically operated. So there's a hydraulic piston that's down here in the bottom portion of the machine. The hydraulic piston is in there. The hydraulic piston is controlled by the controller. That's this blue box you see here, the controller. So this is our computer-controlled Tinius-Olsen universal testing machine. It's called a universal testing machine because if I wanted to test something in compression, I'd put the specimen here on the loading deck. If I wanted to test something in tension, I'd put it up here. That is above the crosshead, between the crosshead and the top of the frame. So this is where I'm going to put the specimen for today's experiment. I'll put it in there. So for compression, if I wanted to do a compression test, I'd put the specimen down there. If I wanted to do a tension test, I'd put it up there. Because when this machine starts, the crosshead remains stationary, but the top of the frame actually moves up. The loading deck moves up. And so when I put the steel coupon in here to test it, the crosshead will remain stationary, but the top of the frame will move up, thereby applying a tensile load to the specimen. So let me step over here. There's an electrical switch on the side, or maybe it's better described as a lever. I think my finger was in the way there. So I'm going to turn it on over here. Can you see this? Okay, and I hear the electricity. So let's get a big picture here. So I'm going to be testing two specimens today, a hot rolled specimen and a cold rolled specimen. Both specimens are painted blue on one end. Let's see how the other end is painted. Black. And then the second specimen painted kind of a silver color. If it's painted black, that means it's hot rolled. If it's painted white or silver, that means it's cold rolled. Hot rolled, black, cold rolled, white. I like to remember this because if it's black, that means it was in the fireplace. The fireplace is hot, so it's black. If it's white, it was in my freezer. The color of the inside of my freezer is white, like ice. So cold, white, black, hot. I'm going to test both of these specimens today. Loading the table. Hot rolled steel. nice and firm. Tensiometer in place. When this reaches its peak, I want to pause it and take the extensometer off. So what are we up to now? You see the plateau forming there? For hot rolled we have that plateau. I should have brought a tripod for this. So what we're looking at here is load versus displacement of the machine. This is not the extensometer. We're up to 9,800, 9,900 pounds. So it looks like we're past the load plateau. When it peaks, I want to get ready to take off the extensometer. So I don't notice anything really with the specimen right now. After the load peaks, I want to get ready to take off that extensometer. Sorry about the quality of this video. I don't work for the Discovery Channel. Now tell me when it peaks. Seems to be going down. Oh, I should have brought a tripod for this, I apologize. Let me let it go a little bit farther. So it looks like it's reached its peak. See it necking? Can you see it necking? See it necking? Any minute now. See me? Turn on the extensometer. Extensometer on. Okay, can we get started? Actually, let me make sure to take out the slab. Probably good enough. So let's get started. Started. This is cold roll. Load versus position of the frame. After it peaks, I want to start thinking about taking off the extensometer. show here. This is the cold rolled, so you don't have the hardening left on. Next time I do this, I'm going to bring a tripod just for this camera. After it heats, I want to start thinking about taking off the extensometer. I think it's peaked, doesn't it? It's peaked. When it gets to 19,000, I'll take off the extensometer. Pause it by clicking on this yellow icon. Take off the extensometer. Okay. And then resume. Everyone with me so far? Can you see this? Can I zoom in anymore? This tripod's not tall enough, hang on. How about that? I think that's the best I can do. Let's continue. Notice that the load bleeds off a little bit when I pause it. Now it's picked back up again. I don't know if my other camera can pick this up as good. Okay. Still with me here? Can you see it necking? Oops. Is it necking yet? And then I'll press F9 when it breaks. F9 means stop. There it is. Can you see this? Maybe not. So here is the after picture. Okay, which one is this? Hot rolled. This one's the cold rolled. Making sure. Okay, so these are the specimens that I broke. Hot rolled and cold rolled.